Hey everybody, this is Retro Challenge Gamer, and with the FTC and Kappa looming on the horizon as of the first of this year, the state of this channel may be in jeopardy. However, I made a discussion point on it in the tab on my channel, so if you want to discuss more about what the implications are regarding this decision, you can do so there. So for now, as of this video, as you all know by now, I absolutely love the airship theme. Always have since I was a kid. However, this time, I wanted to try and mix and match themes where it was an airship, except it was icy and full of snowy-based elements. Unfortunately, Super Mario Maker 2 doesn't allow for this mixing and matching of different elements and themes together, so I had to make do with icicles, ice blocks, and even an entire subworld where it doesn't even look like it's even on an airship. Despite these limitations, I love this level and never tire of playing through it again and again. I give this the RCG Approved Award, and a level that you should definitely check out. It feels balanced enough to be tough, but not trollish, and definitely something less skilled players can get into and still manage to beat with some practice. Highly recommended. With that, enjoy the video. So right off the bat, there were two gimmicks that I really wanted to impress upon players here. One was the icy nature of the airship, which these icicles, I guess, were trying to hope to achieve, and then platforms that maneuvered around death's circles, or death pinwheels as these are called here. Buzzsaws, there we go. That's the word I want to use. And then I kind of wanted to get a little more creative with my enemy placement. And that's where these little floating bombs and these little mole enemies were intended to do. But I actually had a lot of fun testing and doing these little route paths for these platforms and figuring out how I could add obstacles and things like that while you were riding these platforms. It was fun. And so this first part of the level, designing the airship portion, I had a lot of fun doing, and I actually completed it really quickly. Like, the ideas just kept flowing. I couldn't really stop. I enjoy this theme so much. And the floating bombs were just icing on the cake, really. And I think this is the first level I was actually attempting on figuring out what the heck the red bullet bill ones were about, which apparently they home in on you. And they're pretty darn accurate, and they home in on you for a very long time. Something I was a little bit interesting to find out. But yeah, unfortunately the airship portion isn't as long as I would like, but I really am glad with how it turned out. Now, the second portion here, I had to kind of make do because I couldn't make an icy interior or exterior airship portion. Mario Maker 2 just doesn't allow for that. So this is my best interpretation of that. But I always like a little bit of verticality to my levels, if possible, and this one, I'm actually really glad with how it turned out, too. Like, both parts of the level, I'm really happy. Like this next section here with these little claws and then the platforms that you can switch on and off with the switches, I really like testing all this. This was fun. Like the previous two levels, there were some instances of testing where I'm just like, I really don't like doing this. But here, just experimenting and having some fun with platforms and routes and mixing and matching things I've never done before to date in Mario Maker, it was fun. Like this part here probably took the most testing, but I didn't mind it, because I was enjoying designing this type of challenge for myself, and players. And it seems pretty fair to me. Not too hard, not too easy, and it works out. And it fits the theme of the overall level and the gimmicks I'm trying to employ here. And of course, gotta have the key door, in case you have all 6 pink coins. You can get that true ending, as some people call it these days. I didn't even know that was a thing in Mario Maker, that getting all 6 optional coins and then getting the door was supposedly the true ending. But we'll see what happens once we do get the 6 coins in the spoilers. So this one you gotta be quick about, and you gotta know that it's there. So you gotta get onto this vine here and get the first key, and then drop down and hurry on along. You could probably get a mushroom while you're at it, the first power-up, but you can't dally. The second one is not too far behind, but this one's a little tricky to get back out. You need a cannonball, or a well-placed running jump to get back up topside. A little hidden one up there. This is how you get the 10 coin. and you might have to wait for this leaf here before dropping back down on the platform. Now this is literally one of the hardest things, and it took me several attempts to actually get right, especially during testing and of course filming this video. But that's why those turtles are there, so you can get this third pink coin. And an extra 1-up for your troubles if you know where to hit. Now this one is not as tricky as the previous pink coin, but getting back out of it might be. Just some well-placed jumps, which Raccoon Mario helps out a lot with. Now the remaining two, just a nice jump there to get this one, which is probably one of the easiest ones to get. And in case you're having some trouble getting up to the platforming segment, we have a Starman here. And you can just barrel on through as you see fit. Getting 10 coin pieces if you need to off to the side there. Yep, a little extra power up for those who didn't know it was there. Now this one is a little tricky. The jump you have to do without getting hit here is very precise. During testing, I was only able to get that jump once without getting hit. Not so lucky when I was trying to film the whole thing. But you can do it. It is possible, but it is a very pixel perfect jump there. A little extra 1-up. Probably didn't know that was there, did ya? And this is what you get for keys here. Get some additional 1-ups. And then a Starman to bring you through to the very end of the level. So you don't have to worry about any enemies from here to the goal. And speaking of the goal, there was that last coin at the end. As you can see right there, you kind of have to know that it's there and immediately run for it. Do not waste time going after it, otherwise you will not have enough time before the screen scrolls you off. And that's Airship Shiva.